It's Peaches here, and this is Peaches Pit Party, the podcast. A lot of puh sounds with that title. A replay of today's full show, which you can hear weekday afternoons live on K-Bear 101. I hope you like what I have to say, and if not, well, then I'm sorry, not sorry. Enjoy. New from 0936, Chasing Shadows on K-Bear 101, Idaho's only rock station. I love a great, creative Halloween display in somebody's front yard. I love looking at different houses that go all out for the holiday. Will I ever go out for it? Maybe if I started earning a ton of extra money and I had the disposable income to just say, hey, you know what? Maybe I should buy this giant scary statue from Spirit Halloween or another Halloween store or something like that. But this time of the year, it's Terror Swift at this one house in New Orleans. That's the theme she went with for this house. This lady in New Orleans, she has decorated her house for Halloween with a Terror Swift theme. Llewellyn Berger. She's been decorating her home with skeletons for 20 years, but this year's skeletons are all adorned with Taylor Swift-inspired outfits from different points in her career. It has gone viral on TikTok. I'm sure this lady is now loving the hordes and hordes of people just stopping by her house and taking pictures. The Swifties are nuts. There has to be tons of people every day stopping by her house and getting a photo outside of her house. But she did this to herself. She can't be one of those people that's all of a sudden mad at people visiting her house. You can't be like that. You can't be like the person that has bought the house from Breaking Bad and then get upset that people are stopping by your house to take photos outside of it. You bought a famous house. Well, maybe she could be slightly upset if because, you know, there's that famous scene where there's the pizza on the roof, the pizza that gets thrown on the roof. I believe at one point people were throwing pizzas onto her roof, which I would be mad about for sure when it comes to something like that. But just taking a photo outside, you bought a famous house. This person made their house famous with the Taylor Swift theme. I'm sure if my sister could, she would fly out to New Orleans and take a picture right outside this place. Idaho's only rock station, K-Bear 101. People get upset about anything and everything. Here's a perfect example. It started yesterday. Goldfish will no longer be Goldfish. The iconic cheddar cracker that smiles back at you will officially be named Chilean sea bass. They look and taste just like Goldfish because they are Goldfish, just with a more adult name. Chilean sea bass is a playful nod to adults that the iconic fish-shaped snack is for grown-up tastes too, is what the vice president of Goldfish said in a statement. I wonder what it's like to be the vice president of Goldfish, to be the vice president of this snacking company. What do you do in a day? Do you come up with new flavors? What do you do? This isn't the first time the brand released something to appeal to an older palate either. Goldfish Old Bay seasoned crackers, Goldfish Frank's Red Hot crackers were also made for adult snackers. I saw a lot of people yesterday just complaining on Facebook about, like, why this is such a stupid idea. Why would they do this? I agree it's a stupid idea, but it's at the same time, like, who cares? It's the same snack. They're just doing this for marketing. And clearly it works because I just talked about it. As part of our K-Bear Rockin' Halloween haunted by No Limit Guitar Company. This article says it may be too early to think about Thanksgiving dinner. I mean, people plan that stuff for quite a long time. Thanksgiving, in my opinion, the most overrated holiday. If I want to be thankful for food, the last food I would go for is turkey. I don't care what anybody says about you've never had a really good turkey then, Peaches. Like, turkey's, no thanks. I'd rather have many other foods compared to turkey. Well, DiGiorno's, they decided to bring back their Thanksgiving pizza. And it literally just has everything from a traditional Thanksgiving feast all on one pizza: roasted turkey, gravy, green beans, cranberries, and crispy onions onto a Detroit-style crust. It will be available for $10 through the end of November at Kroger's and their affiliated stores like Ralph's and Harris Teeter. But the thing is I think last time they did this, it sold out within a matter of seconds. Like, I think it was exclusively online. I think. Anytime you have a specialty item like this, you know it's going to sell out fast, no matter how weird it might be. I mean, I would rather prefer pineapple on pizza over cranberries on pizza. That just sounds gross to me. This right here is your Shot Clock Sports Update. In a big NFL trade, the Kansas City Chiefs have acquired star wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins from the Tennessee Titans. Hopkins is expected to give a much-needed boost to the Chiefs as the team has lost its top two receivers, Rashee Rice and Hollywood Brown, for the season. In exchange for Hopkins, the Titans get a fifth-round draft pick that gets bumped up to a fourth-rounder if the Chiefs make the Super Bowl and Hopkins plays 60% of snaps there. The World Series Game 1 starting pitchers are set. Jack Flaherty will start for the Dodgers. Garrett Cole will start for the Yankees tomorrow night at Dodger Stadium. And in basketball news, the 2024-2025 NBA regular season has begun. And if you're heading to the arena to watch your favorite team play the season, be aware that not all prices are created equal. We don't have a local NBA team here, of course. We have the Utah Jazz, and that's the closest I think that is the closest, Utah Jazz. But here's a rundown of the highest prices of a 16-ounce beer at NBA stadiums this year. Boston Celtics at number 1 with $20.32. Denver Nuggets at number 2, $17.32. Golden State Warriors at $17 flat. The New York Knicks at $16.11 and Chicago Bulls at $15.75. Jeez. Why would you want to go to a basketball game? Why would you want to go to any sporting event? You'll have to overpay for everything. One beer, $20.32. It's a good sign. It's a good way to get people to stop drinking, really. If I saw that price, I wouldn't. If I were a drinker and saw that price, I wouldn't consider drinking after that. Anyway, that does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Barrel 101. K-Barrel 101, Idaho's only rock station. What isn't expensive anymore? Concerts are way expensive. Going to a sporting event, way expensive. You think about Disney, Disneyland, Disney World, you think expensive, right? Well, you're right, because if your family likes to visit Walt Disney World multiple times a year, if you're one of those well-off families that goes down to Florida, to Orlando, Florida, multiple times a year to go to Walt Disney World, well, first of all, good for you. Second of all, be ready to shell out some more money. The cost of the IncrediPass, the only annual pass available to most guests, just went up $100. How does that make a difference when it comes to Disney? Disney already has billions of dollars. Why do they need to do this? And the Sorcerer's Pass, which Disney Vacation Club members can purchase, rose $80. Again, why do they need to do this? The cost of most daily tickets is staying the same. Thankfully, it's still expensive. That's still anywhere from $199 and up, depending on which park and the date and all that. Oh, such a headache. I can't imagine taking a family to Disneyland or Disney World right now. It'd be awful, especially the more kids that you have. I never understood those families that take like their infant kid that won't remember a thing to Disney. Like, I just brought my 2-year-old, or even worse, like my 1-year-old. I brought my 6-month-old to Disneyland. Like, they're not going to remember anything. You just went for yourself. Get a babysitter and go to Disneyland as a couple. K-Barrel 101, Idaho's only rock station. I like this idea. I think this is fun. The Sherwood Police Department, they're sponsoring a unique Halloween game, hide and seek with a cop. This could be something brought up to Lieutenant Crane on Traffic School, powered by the Advocates. That'd be a fun thing. I'll write this down on the notepad here. The game of tag will involve uniformed officers chasing participants through a wooded park on October 30th. Those who are not tagged will receive an award. I wonder what that award is. It doesn't say here. The event, of course, has mixed reviews on social media. One guy wrote, "I call it hide and seek. They call it resisting arrest." I think it's a fun little idea. The cops got to, get the community together. Lieutenant Crane, I feel like Lieutenant Crane would have fun with this idea. We might need to bring it up to him this Friday. A farmer in England is in deep trouble after he took the law into his own hands and quad bike to deal with a couple of trespassers on his land. Don't get any ideas here, people. 52-year-old Neil Greenwood, he spotted Leyland Hornby and his 20-year-old friend on his land. He opted not to report them to the police. Instead, he crept up behind them and tackled them to the ground. He then hogtied them like he was in Red Dead Redemption, strapped them down to his quad bike, one on the front, one on the back. He then drove them 4 miles to the nearest police station to turn them in, but when officers came outside, they arrested Greenwood and charged him with false imprisonment and assault. Neither victim was injured, just terrified. It makes me wonder if these two accidentally went onto his land, didn't even know it, or if they were onto something here and were sneaking onto his property. My guess is that considering the suspect is 17, the other one is 20, they were just walking and somehow landed on this guy's land, and now they know I don't know. They can't look for any signs next time. Was it gated off, or was it just open land? Makes you wonder. I need to find out more details about this story here. I'll see if I can read into it, see if I can find anything else. Idaho's only rock station, K-Bear 101. I saw this get posted from Barstool Sports. Some guy blogged about how he heard a famous radio show discuss this on their program, and he was getting in on the debate here. The whole argument was about whether Halloween should just simply fall on the weekend of the 25th, 26th, and 27th instead of the following weekend, which is Halloween, November 1st and November 2nd. There was that whole debate, 2 years ago when Halloween fell on a Sunday? It might have been back in 2021. Let me go back to the calendar here. Let me go back to 2022, because I think it was in 2022 when Halloween fell on a Monday in 2022. It might have been 2021 then when Halloween fell. Yeah, so when I first moved out here, a couple months into what I started in February of 2021, fast forward to October, Halloween fell on a Sunday. There was this whole debate on Facebook if people should go trick-or-treat on Saturday instead of Sunday, because for some reason around here, Sunday, you're like forbidden to go outside. Like most businesses are closed. Every time I go home, I go back to California, I'm like, oh, great, it's Sunday. There's hardly anything to do. My parents had to tell me, like, oh, no, everything's open on Sunday here. Oh, that's right, yeah. It's just for some reason here in Idaho, everything needs to be closed on Sunday. And people were arguing back and forth, saying if there was trick-or-treaters that showed up to their door on Saturday, October 30th, instead of Sunday the 31st, they would have a fit. It's like, come on, who cares? I do think that when Halloween falls on a weekday, like it will for this year. No, is it following on the weekday of this? I'm looking at the 2023 calendar. I need to look at the 2024 calendar. Yeah, it is falling. It's falling on a Thursday this year. That's people won't be out trick-or-treating for that long. And I can go into the whole thing about trunk-or-treats killing Halloween, which is true. I'm with that crowd of people that say stop with the trunk-or-treat crap and just keep Halloween the one night out of the year, the 31st. Keep it as that. The latest you can stay out is maybe 10 for trick-or-treating. That's anything after 10, that's when you start impeding on people's bedtimes, especially on a work night. I feel like Halloween overall should just fall on the 31st. You can start trick-or-treating from around 7 to 10. You have 3 hours to just get as much candy as you can, go to the best neighborhood possible, go all the way around and get all that candy. I remember getting a ton of candy as a kid on Halloween. Tons of candy on Halloween. I couldn't imagine going to these trunk-or-treat events and trick-or-treating on Halloween night. That'd be a lot of candy. Way too much candy. K-Bear 101, it is time for To Peach Their Own. I saw this question in the radio prep that originally came from Ask Reddit. Because it's Halloween season, what are you scared of? Let's keep politics out of this, please. I can't believe I have to say that, but usually there's some, smart person that goes, well, the future with insert political candidate here. Let's be funny with this. Let's make it fun. Let's avoid politics. The whole point of my show is to get away from politics. Well, what are you scared of? Some of the responses were quite dark on Reddit. Death, dementia. Then there's easy ones like spiders. Spiders don't necessarily scare me. This one, though, I can relate to. Growing old without accomplishing anything of worth. My buddy Bryson and I have this conversation quite a lot, to be quite frank here. Like, I want to have the most successful career, put an impact on people's lives in a very positive way. He's more so the guy that wants to just play games, have fun, coast life. Everyone lives life differently. It's unique. It's very weird. It's not weird. It's just, unique. Not having money, that's what you're scared of? Well, I live with not having money every single day. 208-535-1015, because it's Halloween season. What are you scared of? I got Jeremy's answer from earlier today. Here it is. Because it's Halloween season, Jeremy, what are you scared of?
People that are vandals, like egging houses and stuff like that, just because it's Halloween.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like, I don't understand people who just egg a house still. I mean, there's cameras everywhere. Ding Dong Ditching, I think, has died because everyone has a Ring door. Most people have a Ring doorbell camera, and if they don't, there's somebody across the street that does.
There's not a state-of-the-art security system across the street like my neighbor.
That too, yeah, and it's even
helped
worse
catch
if like
a few things that have happened in my neighborhood.
it's even worse if you're like one of those people that Ding Dong ditches somebody and you sprain your ankle in the grass. They record it, put it on YouTube. Next thing you know, you're getting laughed at. Because it's Halloween season, what are you scared of? 208-535-1015. Let me know that answer. Because it's Halloween season, what are you scared of? Let's go to the phones here. K-Bear, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. What are you scared of?
I'm scared of little dogs.
Really?
Not the big ones. I was a box boy back in the day when they still actually did that kind of thing and put people's groceries in their cars. Big dogs in the back of trucks never worried me. Little dogs in the front seat always bit and drew blood.
You know what? You're right, because Chihuahuas are the most vicious.
Absolutely.
Usually the big dogs, like the Mastiffs, the Great Danes, they're always big teddy bears.
They are.
And that's
they
how
bark loud, but then that's it.
That's how it is in real life, too. Usually the big dudes are like the nicest people, but then you get guys like Victor, the little tiny dudes that have the most bite to them. They're the ferocious.
Absolutely. They're always trying to prove something.
Right. Like if you go to an NFL lineman, those guys are the biggest dudes, but they're usually the nicest guys. But then if you go to like some tiny little, I shouldn't say horse jockey, but like a UFC fighter, one of the flyweights in the UFC.
Right. Now you got to worry.
Yeah. 208-535-1015. Because it's Halloween season, what are you scared of? Let me know for the Peach Throne. Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoy the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.